In the night, so cold rocket dreams, resilience in the fold, hedge pressurizing, the charts are bold, DD bands rapping, stories untold. Riding with rockets through your AI, up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies, on the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory, heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud, future kings standing on their cloud. Riding with rocket scooter AI, up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies, on the edge as the numbers fly. Ascending, mind on fire, never ending. Trees of gold, endless fight, push on through the endless night. Riding with rocket scooter AI, up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies, on the edge as the numbers fly. Charts, midnight glory, heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud, future kings standing on their cloud. Checking the charts with their AI, up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home the charts, midnight glory. Time to reinstall, it's blending. Mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, relentless fight. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night.
Howdy friends, welcome, good morning, welcome to the stream. Hold on, I gotta get like situated here. Oh no, I'm out of water. Take care of that in a second. Well, market blasted up. I'm sitting here. Oh, I was long. Oh, that was nice. See what's going on here. Haven't even looked at the data yet. I'm busy closing my positions out. We're taking that profit. Came in, PCE came in. Boom, 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 boom. Beats, hold on. Income is up, spending is up. All right. Look at that, look at that. Welcome, friends. Don't forget to smash the like button, friends. We're getting ready to get started here. I was up in NASDAQ position. My brain's like, I'm like here like I don't remember like what it was. NASDAQ. And rallied up. Here we go. Okay. Perhaps I'm ready to go for the market sesh. Good morning, guys. I'm trying to get everything posted throughout the morning here. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Don't forget to smash the like button. 500 triggers giveaway. Today, we're doing a really special event. Elite Trader funding. 4 direct-to-funded accounts being given away. 4. Be 2,000 viewers, that'll trigger the giveaway. 500 likes triggers the giveaway, just like we do every single day. So you guys want to get 4 of you will become a funded trader today, just by being here. Good morning. Top of the morning to you. What's up? Michael Chase, Mick, Redneck, Simon, Gabriel, Nathan. Morning team, morning team, morning team. Love all the fellow American scooters, but come on, Europe. Hey, we love our global scooters here. Scooters in Europe, scooters in America, scooters in Asia, scooters everywhere. We have scooters in Africa. We have some people that watch from Nigeria. We have scooters all continents but Antarctica, but we're working on that one. So maybe we get some scientist down there to watch a stream, and then we'd have every continent. People from all over hanging out on the stream. Somebody at boot camp, at the end of boot camp, is always, I forget the name, but they're always like, thank you guys, I'm going to bed. It's like 2 a.m. That's dedication. That's pretty cool. Morning, everybody else. Our usual pre-market move retrace so we can buy it. Yeah, we're getting that right now, right? Anyone knows what platform Matt uses? I'm using the Rock Scooter platform on the left side. Oh, let me show it to you. Left side of my screen, the Rock Scooter platform. The right side of the screen is my trade of 8. My entries and exits for my prop accounts. Headbutt the like button or you shall receive 0 soups. No soup for you. Took that long too, and you pass a rapid account, and let's go. Let's go. You guys long these? I was long. Yes, sir. I was long all night with stops. Went to bed. Woke up, got on my computer. Some of my accounts hit max profit, and then just was done. I set the profit limit so that I can get like a certain amount fixed. All right, so let me mark my levels here. 2447 Nasdaq horizontal array. 487, that was yesterday's support. 634 was why I was longing. We landed on hedge pressure, grabbed some longs, put some stops, went to bed. As the market was falling, I added a little bit more, like later in the evening, and then moved my stop a little bit, and then went to bed. Then woke up, money. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of my accounts. Again, I'm still betting on the bull side, but we'll see what happens. 634. I'm marking my overnight dynamic hedge pressures, so that's literally right at the close. So just so it's not clustered up, I'm not going to draw that one there. All right, so oops. Pretty much. 631. 66. Oh god, not this number again. Okay. All right. Let me talk to my developer real quick. Oh, check this out. Hold on, guys. New update. You can now click and drag things around in your watch list to reorganize them. Quick little update there. Let me make a little announcement there. That's finally released. No more deleting everything in your watch list and remaking it every time your contracts roll over. I know. I hated it too. Now it's done. Is alerts on the horizon? No. It's not even a project ready for that. As I said, we're sort of like abandoning, well, not abandoning, let's talk about adjusting the In the platform business, we're trying to integrate with an existing platform that has all of that stuff if you want it, rather than waste our efforts rebuilding what's already out there. So right now we're working on deals to get rocket scooter stuff inside of other platforms. Because our resources are limited, right? So we have a development team. We'd rather keep making tools rather than build platform features itself. These are nice to have while we have the platform. But right now, hopefully we can get some more integrations into some other platforms that are coming out soon, bigger platforms. Can you say whatever the platforms? I can't yet because it's not like a solidified thing. More like for a business reason. This is more like a strategic thing. Other platforms have been like, you know, we want to drive revenue to our business, so we know Rocket Scooter is huge. We'd love to work with you guys. But then it's like under wraps until we announce it. So yeah, there's some platforms out there that we've been talking to for that sole reason. They want to be, you know, they need a reason for people to use their platform over the competitors. And we're like, well, we've got one of the largest futures trading platforms and communities out there. We can have a talk about it. So we've been talking about it so combining the resources means we get our updates at double the pace. So we don't have to build stuff like watch list and things. We ultimately want to go down that route, but the fact is that, you know, the idea that you guys can trade your prop accounts inside of the platform, Trade-Evade has removed that ability for people like me. So Trade-Evade blocked platform developers, and so you guys would never be able to trade props inside of here anyways, because they won't let you. And they're like, you know, Apple, they control everything. So what we're going to do is try to get integrated into other platforms that do have their own prop APIs, et cetera, et cetera. 2-week boot camp, 2 weeks from now, 2 Mondays from now. Yes, sir. Estimated time, what might be available? Oh, this would be like on the scope horizon of a year, give or take, depending on other people's release schedules. You keep your profits once you pass your Fund and X legacy accounts if your consistency is up, but you've passed the profit target? Yes, Shannon, you just got to keep trading a little bit. If you pass the profit target, your consistency is blown. Sorry, if your consistency is blown, they just add more money to your profit targets. Farina says, good morning from Germany. Any Aussie scooters here? He says the PW drama online is so weird. And every time that whole event comes up, it just makes me irked about the industry. I always try to tell the story of me being the freaking boomer that I am. You know, if it was like revealed that some day trader, you know, was broke or didn't have money or was paper trading or something, people would go crazy. And in the freaking woke Wall Street world we live in right now, everybody's hugging the victim, like, oh, he was so mean to you. They're not saying like, how are you an influencer and you're broke? Like, it blows my mind. No shade being thrown. She's like a nice girl, but what's wrong with this world? How could you be so mean? And he's like, because she's broke. She's lying to you guys. Oh my God, it's so disrespectful. Like, oh my God. You made her cry. I'm like, trying to influence traders, man. It's Wall Street. You got some thick skin. Wait, when did Wall Street become like, you know, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? Let's hug it out. You're like, so why do you talk like that? I don't get it. I always take that stolen valor stance of traders that didn't earn it, trying to make a living, sitting next to us, selling stuff to people. I have no sympathy for it. World can do without them. Trading's a game earned through hard knocks, through real loss, through whatever. It's not like you hate your day job as a whatever it is you did, and this is what you want to do next. You just want to do it, and therefore you deserve it. You gotta earn it, man. When they're talking about the PW drama, he had some competition on his show between two traders, two influencer traders. One of them was Terry from my other show, from My Funded. The other one was another trader. He had a little falling out or something on the show. He was being snarky, and one thing led to another. She stormed off in the middle of the show and created a whole thing. And he was like, "You can't come back." And then she made this huge post on, or this tweet or something, or she texted him and said like, "Hey, you know, I can't afford the $1,500 account until I get my next prop payout." And then she blasted some of the things on Twitter, and he blasted those texts on Twitter, and then it just became this crazy thing that's divided the community, which is so weird because I don't understand what the community, like, trading should be about. Are you good at this or not? It's like 10 years ago, if you were caught paper trading, they would hold podcasts in your honor to like rip you to shreds in front of the public, and tens of thousands of people would hear it. I used to remember those FinTwit after hours 3 years ago when they would catch people paper trading, and like fake Pear Bear and Sim and Mona and all those folks would get together and just like gossip about it, and the entire community would like, you know, wow, we caught a fake. Wow, this person's fake. This person, everybody would just, it would be like the cool thing to catch a fake. Now it's like, how dare you be mean to the fake? Like, that is so rude. Ow. No. For you guys, listen, I'm not gonna let this world change from under my feet. I'm gonna be the boomer on my lawn with the lawn chair and a glass of iced tea, you know, shotgun laid across my lap, get off my lawn. I'm gonna be that guy. I ain't letting the times be a changing. We're not gonna hug it out with people. My shotgun, I see, that's such a like a southern image. A straw, yeah, not straw, like what is it, those barbershop quartet straw hats. Blade of grass in my teeth. This is what I'm saying, you guys. The whole thing. Do I journal my trades at all, Matt? What do you think about it? Shannon, what's up, man? So yes, I actually speak very highly about journaling. I don't journal much anymore, but when I started, I did. And I split journaling up into two different camps of journaling. Most people journal their trade setups and their executions. Like your journal, if your journal has numbers in it, you're not journaling right. That's called strategy planning. So an example is if you're like, or strategy analysis, like I bought here, I sold here, this is my R&R, blah, blah, blah. I don't consider that journaling. I consider that analyzing your strategy, which should also be done until you solidify your strategy to make sure that your strategy works. That's the point of that. The journaling portion is talking about you and your emotions, almost like a real journal. It's going to be like devoid of numbers, devoid of technique and everything. It's going to mostly be like, so today I woke up, the news was happening. I saw the candle go up. I didn't want to miss out, so I jumped in on the long. I went in heavy and I blew up the accounts, and I was frazzled and panicking. So I went and rebought an account, and I blew up again, and I was panicking again. And then I went and bought like 10 more accounts. And like, that's the journaling of that. Or like an example is I saw the indicator flag. I went and bought the thing. My trade was going great. Then it went against me. I felt cool for a minute, but as I watched it go against me, I added to the loser. Then I added more. I felt even worse. So then I closed it out, and then I reversed the position in a panic. So journaling would be like feelings words, right? And so you're sort of like analyzing how you behaved in your trade next to your strategy. So separate the two. You can do both, but separate them like it's important. A lot of people don't get effective journaling because they're focused on the numbers, like the move, like the RSI was -40 and I bought, maybe that's not a good strategy. Well, that's strategy, right? But the journaling is like, so you can find patterns in like something you do and go as far back as like, so I woke up this morning, I woke up 20 minutes late. I never get up late. I forgot to make my coffee. I'm running to the desk, blah, blah, blah. So then when you analyze the journal, you can say like, holy crap, well, every time I skip my coffee, I fuck my day up. So let's make sure I don't do that. And these start to develop behavioral habits and changes. So yeah, journaling is super important. So you solidify like your routine emotionally. And I've reached a state after all these years where I don't journal anymore because I feel like I've sort of reached that level where I don't need to. There's always room for improvement, but all the extra work would be diminishing returns, because I think they call me the Iceman for a reason. I think these days, after 15 years, I've got some pretty cool emotional control. So nothing really shocks me or phases me or jolts me because I've seen it all. After 15 years, I've seen it all. There's still stuff in Wall Street that surprises like me a little bit, but it's never like beyond the boundaries of what's normal. Market crashes up, crashes down, same distance all the time. You know, the events that are rare don't really like mess up my trading style. So like years of journaling got me to that. So the random trade, yeah, as soon as I go funded live, as soon as I go live with Tradeify, I've got like 12 more K to go. I'm going to get the live account with them, and then the next thing I'm going to do is the random challenge. That's right, that's the next thing I'm going to do. Yeah, this is the world where influence speaks louder than talent. It's quite an interesting world we live in. I think, you know, not to make fun of politics or anything like that, so don't get your panties in a knot. But COVID era, Biden era world made this world this like woke pussy ass version of itself. Male masculinity went out the window. Everyone became beta. Everybody became like sensitive. And I'm in the world of like toughen the fuck up. Like, you know, my dad wouldn't hug me if I skinned my knee. He'd walk over and hit me on the other knee and be like, well, now they both hurt. Get up and walk it off. You know what I'm saying? Like this is and then I grew up tough, which is good because I can handle Wall Street and the shit that life throws at me, you know? So Luke told Steven that I'm in the liberal politics. No, he didn't. Are you lying? I'm gonna kill him. He had to have been joking. What was he just being? Was he being sarcastic? That is so funny. Yeah, I don't know if Steven caught the sarcasm. Yeah, Luke knows better. He's just probably being funny. But anyways, yeah. So that was that drama online between a bunch of them. I was just surprised. Again, I don't throw any shade, but like this is what I tell you guys. You know, when half of the world comes to the defense of the guy that was just like, "Hey, can I see your broker statements?" and everybody's like, "Why? Like, what's wrong with you? Why do you got to ask?" I'm like, what is wrong with this world? This is like the trust me, bro. Everybody's going to be a millionaire. Don't have to prove it sort of world. I think the world forgot that it used to be cool to figure out who's a fraud. They used to be fun for people. They used to go on witch hunts for fun. There were entire Twitter accounts dedicated to it. Guru leaks and all that stuff. People loved it. Now it's like, why are you being so mean to them? Leave them alone. You know, Ty Lopez, the knowledge guy. Remember that guy? Motherfucker just got pinched by the SEC for running a Ponzi scheme with the whole Bed Bath & Beyond Radio Shack scheme they were running. So even Ty Lopez himself, who we all thought was a beautiful minded investor, damn, all those thousands of books he read, he didn't read one about Ponzi schemes were illegal. Don't drop the soap, homie. That's funny. Yeah. You know, I told you I talked to him on the phone one time. We were going through our rounds of like going through the like events, like went to Aspire and a couple of events, and we got like IDOC and I were getting like just practice like talking to people and pitching to people and going to events. And we got in touch with this camp and we scheduled a meeting with him and stuff. And he's a stupid motherfucker. This guy is dumb. He's so dumb. And so anyways, yeah. That guy was screaming scam. Oh yeah, dude, no. Rented the Lambo, rented the mansion. And then ever since we got on the phone with him that one time, I was getting text messages every other day to like, please sign up for Ty Lopez's mansion party in Beverly Hills. You know, pay for a seat, fly out, get to hang out in the mansion, hang out with other influencers. And it's like, what? Yeah. Knowledge. You know what's more important to me? Knowledge, yeah. So that's recent. I think that came out a couple days ago. So Steven was telling a story about how he rescued a dog, and he goes in. He came in from a red state. I'm like, the dog doesn't even know what red is. Oh, that's funny. Ooh. Do the ETF 90% off be showing in your card before you pay? So the ETF 90% off only works for one steps, diamond hands, and end of the day. They're about to change some of their plans to where it'll work for all the stuff. I'm gonna give you guys a teaser. Like, as ETF has been evolving and making better and better stuff, they're coming out with even cooler stuff. I'm gonna hint at something. Their rules are about to get a lot cooler and a lot easier and a lot more straightforward and a lot more competitive and a lot more easier to follow. So don't turn your back on these guys. They're aiming to come in with something big. So they've been hearing you guys' feedback. They're stepping it up. Yeah, they've stepped up pretty big, and they're gonna step up another time. I had a big chat with them yesterday about what's coming out. Are they gonna adjust the 23% rule? I'm gonna give you a hint. You don't get rid of it. Don't tell anybody I said that. They're thinking about getting rid of it. So that opens the door for all you guys that hated it. Don't say anything. I know, I'm just hyping you guys up about it. So listen to their announcements. They're thinking about it. Just shh. Don't tell anybody. That's the only reason. Look at this. That's the only reason you guys don't like it. It's a different type of consistency rule. So just limit, like I said, in general, don't. I'm leaking a little bit just to get you guys excited about it. They may get rid of it. Yeah, they've been stepping up big last couple months. New website release, new products, you know, things like that. So I'm not going to leak their business stuff, but I know some get you guys hyped for it, you know. You're gonna go. Yeah, so it's not like certain firms have consistency rule, like no single trade can be more than 40% or whatever of your total. And their rule is every trading day must be at least 23% of your biggest trades. So like other trades limit like how high you can go. Theirs from zero, theirs gives you a minimum for it to count. So it's the same thing. You can trade as big as you want, but it just raises the minimum for it to count. So you can't account flip in this one, but theirs is actually better if you think about what happens when you actually like take a huge loss. Imagine this, right? Imagine you have an account with a $6,000 maximum loss limit. And say you're at zero, and say you accidentally lose $6,000, okay? You're already in the hole. You're right on the edge. And you got to work your way back. Example, with Tradeify with 20% consistency on the 150K accounts, you can only make about $2,000 a day or less. So it's going to take you 3 days just to get back to zero, or else you blow your consistency on the way. This is the Tradeify traditional model, for example. So even if you take a huge loss, you can only stair step back up. So it takes you 3 days just to get back to zero. With the ETF, if you lose the 6,000 with their consistency rule, you can make it all the way back in 1 day. That's what's great about their rule. People don't really think about it, but it's actually better for this scenario. But then if you make 6,000 in a day, then every other day has to be bigger for it to count. So you just have to keep trading big. The traditional consistency model makes you trade more days and then you eventually blow up. ETF's model makes you just trade bigger when you bust the number. So I thought it was clever, and I thought it was going to start a revolution. That's one of the things I liked about him. I was like, this is a revolution in the model. This is actually better for traders. If you guys don't really do the math, it's actually better for you. Time in market's the biggest enemy to the prop trader. So traditional consistency adds days to the end of the thing. ETF just adds a bigger profit per day. You have to make more money. So just trade bigger to maintain it. There's like no change. Every extra day is a day that you blow up. Trading slightly bigger, and people are like, well, I don't have to trade. I have to trade like, oh, my minimum's now $400 for it to count. It's not 3 extra days you got to trade. Like, people never thought about it like that. But it was confusing because it was so different. People didn't understand how great it was. Like, if you lose $6,000 in a Tradeify account or whatever it is, you get right down to the edge of blowing up. You might as well just start over and just cancel it and rebuy it, and then start at 0 instead of work 3 days to get back to 0. Because what if, you know, it's just wasting time at that point. So I know, I agree. I like their consistency rule a lot, but the thing is that the industry locked into the other mode, because the other mode squeezes traders out more if you do the math. Every extra day you're trading is a chance to blow the whole thing up. Anywho. But, you know, it's not widely understood, and traders aren't really easy to teach. Like, they don't see that. Like, it takes somebody like me to explain that, and you would say, oh, that is true. Because for the other account, I have to trade 3 extra days just to get back to 0. So now it took me 5 days plus 3 to get my payout, 8. Whereas ETF, if like for like, it can still take you 5 days to get your payout. Each trading day just has to be bigger than, you know, a minimum. And so the chances of payout are extremely higher with their consistency rule the way that it is in that scenario. All things else, if you don't take a huge loss and you're just trading like normal, it's exactly the same. The difference is that as you accidentally trade big, you just got to keep trading bigger. So just keep trading bigger. Like, maintain your consistency. They're both exactly the same. So in that capacity. Grab the rocks here, MFU. Let's go. Oh, excellent, excellent. Let me know how you like it. So they're different for different plans. They have different numbers. But anyways, so today, you know, we have a couple sales going off. 90% off Elite Trader Funding one-step accounts. Diamond Hands end of the day. You know, those are great when they're 90% off. Apex 80% off. Tradeify 30% off. TPT 40% off. Buy funded futures, we get 5% off, and there's a $199 reset in core funded. You can actually reset your funded account for $200. You don't have to start all over with the eval. And then funded next, 10% off. Legacies just got half price permanently, and no DLL permanently. Funded X is trying to take over the industry right now with these legacy accounts. Rapids, the 100K got $20 cheaper. The 50 and 25 got $20 more expensive. They're still under $100 for the cheapest one. So I think it's 99 now. So code Rocket for those guys. And it's Friday. Tune in today at lunchtime. I'll be interviewing that. I think they're starting to like realize that, you know, in the morning, originally they wanted to all offer me, you know, I got 3 offers to be on TV shows, morning shows, and I couldn't do it. And my funded was the only group that had an afternoon show that I can do. And it was just me doing a trading segment. But like lately, I think they're all starting to like expand how they're doing stuff. And they're all starting to do like interview style where like there's a panel. And this is the second time I get to interview somebody or be a panel show with somebody. Like I'm basically hosting the show and talking to the person. I had Sean Sawyer on over a week ago, which was fantastic. And then now I'm going to have Stephen Kalajian on today. So if you guys come at lunchtime, I get to interview Big Steve-O. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited to get to meet him and chat with him and talk to him. People like after the Sean show, there was so much feedback. My funded, the guys gave me a call and they were like, Matt, you were very talented as a host. We need to do this more often. Bring more guests on and you interview them and stuff. And I was like, I didn't know people liked it that much. So thank you guys for your feedback. So they're starting to like book guests on my stream and stuff. In the afternoon. What's the story of the naming of the brand Rocket Scooter? Yeah, the short end of the story is when we were developing our first app, the app that gave hedge pressures and monthly hedge pressures and zones. It was just called the app. We didn't have a name for it at the time. We bought a data package from our options data provider that was like kind of like the lesser expensive package, but was rated to be able to do what we needed to do for our calculations. The problem is the data providers misled in that contract the capabilities of that package, that API. Nobody uses that package. That package is used for like grabbing, if you want to, like, you're on a website and you want to load a ticker on a website, it'll fetch the data and bring it back. So we were actually like built into that system to fetch data really quick at the open, and that's it. But nobody ever uses that system to fetch every option, every price, every strike, every expiration of every stock in the S&P and NASDAQ in a snap. So we overloaded their system by pulling so much data. But they said you could do that. We never went over the limits, and the limits are just crashing their infrastructure because they never expected anybody to utilize it like that. You know, we were like, we calculate our hedge pressures and stuff, you know, like that. And we just need to fire hose, turn it on, turn it off really quick. And then the WebSocket turns on and streams the rest of the data for the rest of the day for the other models. And so the one that turned off and on was crashing their system, and not only crashing their system for us, but crashing their system for everybody. So all their downstream clients were going offline because of me and you guys. So we redid our infrastructure so that, like, we queue the data one time and do the calculation for you, and then you're just pinging our server to take the load off of them, but it was still beating up their system. And so they had a different package we could have bought that would have allowed us to, like, you know, pull the data in larger chunks, and it's more expensive. But in, you know, the conversation between us and them, it took a year for us to prove to them that they were in breach of their own contract. And Amjad and I built all this test data to prove to them it was their fault and not ours. They were like, why don't you just pay, like, you know, an extra $1,000 a month for this other package? You wouldn't have this issue. And I go, well, that's not the problem. I'm an engineer. You give me specs, I'm going to design in the spec. I'm going to make it work. And you promised me this, and I'm going to make it work, and I built my business on this, so you're going to make it work. And, you know, I said, basically the speech I gave my own team was like, you know, the partners, I was like, well, I could have gone and bought a spaceship, but instead I found a scooter and I just put a rocket engine on it, and it's like a spaceship for the price of a scooter. And rocket scooter became a meme in the development circle in our company because it was like, you know, severe level of engineering. Let's build it ourselves instead of buy the expensive package. And rocket scooter was the meme of that mentality. Like, we're going to build it ourselves. So even the logo is a scooter with a rocket engine, like, hoisted onto it with, it's like a rope with a knot tied in. It's not even like anchored onto it properly to kind of indicate that we build it in our garage, sort of thing. So when we were coming up with names for the platform, we had all these, like, you know, name generator names that were all so stupid and dumb sounding. You know, like hedge metrics and like just dumb stuff that I'm glad I never settled with. And I threw Rocket Scooter, we're naming the company out as a joke. And it just was a perfect fit. You know, we're engineers, we're engineering something, we're building something. You know, traditional trading methods are the scooter, we're the rocket, we make it better, you know. So the name, yeah. Hedge metrics, you know, pressure metrics, it was the dumbest sounding stuff. I would have, like, kicked my own ass if I went through any of those. You know, we would have sounded like every other generic sounding name out there. You know, Spot, Gamma, all these things are like so generic sounding. They sound like name generators names. So I'm glad we went with something unique and different. Like Robinhood is unique and different. Trend Spider. This sounds like a name generated that, you know, like an AI generated name. You still like DTP? Yeah. Both of the names, DTP was a parody name too. Rocket Scooter was a parody name. That was the, yeah, almost time for open. So I did make trades in 7 of my accounts. So I'm having dizzy spells right now. Like, I'm starting to get dizzy when I turn my head. Are we bearish? I would say we need to see monthly maps. Be very, very cautious today. I was long in the overnight off of hedge pressure. The blue hedge pressure was right here. I bought, I added some more. I set my stops. I went to bed. And then this burp ended up with profit in some of the accounts. So this and opening above hedge, or being at hedge, maybe say, you know, I think 37 was where the number was. Had me decide to take the bet. We didn't break through the key levels needed. I think this was it. The bear zone top, I think, was like 770, right? Wasn't that what it was? I need to double check, but the bear zone top on monthly maps was there. So I think the market's still trying to sell off. I'm not going to be... Okay, so let's watch this. It's still going to be crazy. Nasdaq's just gunning through the open all the way to the close. Let's try S&P today. Or actually, Nasdaq is kind of overshooting a little bit. I'm going to just take the gamble on Nasdaq as it blasted through the close, as the resiliences are positive in S&P. This account is flat, so I haven't made anything on this one yet. I'm going to wait for the liquidity maps to come through. And again, it's probably very bearish, so I'm only going to touch in this one account just to play something. And again, it's not... Okay, where's my liquidity maps, y'all? Hello. Here we go. Bull zone bottom, bear zone. Okay, cool. We have A pluses here and here, which is great. That should be all right. Let me try this. Bull zone bottom. I'm gonna grab along there. Grab along there. Longed in 3 accounts. Okay, let me double check this though, because it's probably going to be in a really weird spot with the monthly maps. I grabbed that dip of bulls on bottom in 3 accounts. How'd we survive? So we're still in bear territory on monthly maps. This is not the best. We need to get above, so 662, and we open today at sorry, 662 is that on S&P. I'm gonna close out for profit. That's 2,000 in that account. That's 1,500 in that account. And that's 700 in that account. I'm just taking just the scalp through the zone. This is a, actually, I didn't even think about this. I'm solely frazzled. This goes all the way to bull zone support. That's good. That was 6,000 bucks right there. Okay, what'd I say, 662, right? So off of today's open, 25 points off the open on S&P is bear zone top. 25 points off the open, so that's going to be 98. 98 is where I'm going to put that pink line again, purple line. Let's do the same on NASDAQ. Oh, that was great. I should have held for more, but whatever. We're in a sandwich trade, so it can go even higher to fill the sandwich out. Let's do NASDAQ monthly maps. NASDAQ is fine. NASDAQ is perfect. So it's S&P that's in a weird spot. So I'm going to mark this just so you guys can see what this actually is. This is on monthly maps. So that's like the bigger resistance today. And I closed way too early. You guys know we're in the bear zone, bull zone combination. We got the sandwich trade. Bull zone, bear zone, bull zone goes all the way up to 720, and I closed the whole thing out. I should have held for longer, but whatever. EST every single time, NASDAQ. I could pump a little bit more on this one. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. know this is the one I know I closed out here, but EST right there to there finishes the trade at 720. Okay. I bought here bull zone, bear zone, bull zone. We call it the combination trade. It's a trade from one all the way from bull zone to bull zone. I'll give you guys the... It was my mistake by exiting it too early. Okay, here's the handout we give in our boot camp for it. It combines bear zone, bull zone is a liquidity pocket and an illiquidity pocket. So bear zone through bull zone this is EST and this is EST. So you put the two together, they're both EST. So it's one combination. When you break from bear, bull, bear, when the bull is in the middle, I take trade 1, then I wait for it to pass through and then bounce back. Then I take trade 2 one more time. So this is a hold from bull zone to bull zone trade. We call it the sandwich. It's a pretty solid trade. I jumped back in. All right, we'll see what happens now. I think tapping this would be like the final destination of today's trade. Bear zone, bull zone, tap. Oops. Cool. I'm gonna close out right when I get the bull zone. That's it. That's really the setup. That's really the setup. Very rare from out to short. Oh yeah, very rare. Guys, I'm gonna hit the like button, friends. Get that to 500. We got about an hour to go until we do our giveaway. What a great little bump there. Market's gonna, I think, fight a little bit, complete the move, and then I'm out. So let's see. Come on, just finish the pocket. Finish the pocket. We want to see it. EST every single time. Okay. Market bumped up pre-market on news that came out this morning. We had our PCE price index number come out, personal income number, core PCE came out. All that stuff came in pretty good against the forecast. Pretty much flat. Personal income was slightly up. Personal spending was slightly up. That was perceived as good, and Wall Street took a quick little bump on that. I think people are still feeling bearish from yesterday, but Nasdaq is clean. Nasdaq's back in the bull side of the market, so monthly map on Nasdaq is great. I think that this is kind of like sort of getting us to a better spot. VIX is still above the contango midpoint, which isn't the best, but VVIX is below 100. This is going to probably be an up day today, which is good. So I'm in it. I'm in it to win it, baby. Bought the bull zone. That's good. I lucked out when we fell through here and I just grabbed the long. Saw it. We were at bull zone, which is great. Bull zone support. Liquidity pocket goes from dark gray to light gray to dark gray, there to there. That's the trade. S&P does have that kind of hidden resistance at 16,698, which is where the bear zone top is going to be on monthly maps. I don't know if you guys can see what that says. Maybe I'll pick like a brighter color. Let's make that like what color there? Pink, I guess. What's a color that we don't use? Michigan numbers coming out pretty soon. Yeah, that's the second bump on this event. I think the Michigan numbers are going to come out to be pretty stellar. Nothing's changed on the tariff front, so the Michigan numbers should be along pretty much at par with what was expected. The inflation numbers, if not under, the inflation numbers actually aren't what Michigan projected them to be at the end of the year. We were supposed to be at 5 or 6% inflation by the end of this year, and PCE came out at 3%. So core did. We're under 3, right? You guys remember the Michigan numbers? The 1-year inflation expectation was closer to like 5% last time, and yet PCE is 3%, right? At least the core is. You know, we're getting close to the CPI. None of these things are showing 5%. So Michigan went up and came down. So Michigan should still be in decline. Unless their system is just way off. You know what I mean? All right. As they're trying to die out. DD ratio greater than 0.67. Monthly maps are good on NASDAQ, but not S&P. Resilience is good. We're above MHP. So all greater market signals are bullish again, which is great. This market we try to be selling off, right? Let me grab a dip here at the open. Let me add some more. Market, please don't die today. All right. Let me just be a baller here. Let's add more at this dip. Liquidity pocket every single time. EST every single time. That's gonna blow up all his counts. Man, I'm dizzy. I can't headbang so much. I'm getting dizzy spells today. I've been exhausted, and I think that's why. USG every single time. I should check my blood pressure, yeah. Ah, come on, get that pocket, baby. Come on, go up, go up, go up. My freaking trade debate just froze up. Gotta love it. I'll get some water. My canteen is empty. I'll be right back. What the heck? Literally, I go to close out some positions, and my freaking trade debate just freezes up on the next side. Come on! No! No! Damn! All right, hang in there.
Order rejected.
Oops. Piece that up. Try that again. That wasn't you guys, that was mine. My freaking trade of 8 froze up. I had to refresh the whole thing. No, not full port. No, not that one. Let's see. Hang in there. All right, market, please don't die today. Let's go. You guys a heart attack again. My bad. When you try to type in 2 and you accidentally type in 20, it won't let you buy 20. So that's my bad. Like a little fat fingered there. No, 20, 21, not 20, but there's an extra digit in there. All right. I fucking hate web version of Trade of 8 is just garbage. It literally freezes up while I'm trying to like close orders and it wouldn't let me do anything. So I'm all like, okay, can I get out of this? Of concern. It's so hard to like juggle multiple accounts. Hey, thank you.
Order filled.
I'm closing out positions now. Taking some trimming there. That's me. I'm gonna turn that off so I don't scare you guys. Yeah, on that dip, I'm literally trying to buy. All right. Let me trim back down to 1. And this one. I'm taking all the way to 720 and calling it. I know, I'm scaring you guys. I gotta turn that off. One hit that pocket. It's trying really hard to sell off. You can feel it. It's trying. Let's just get the pop here. I don't like that it's wicking like right into this pocket though. And this is the monthly maps limit too, by the way. It's probably better safe than sorry just to cut it out right here for the day. That's the big test on S&P. Michigan numbers coming out soon as well. This one's made $1,200 today, so get it right up at the pocket and close out. Okay, I'll take that 700. We're close, but it's starting to wick at 710. All right, that's the peak. Let me close that. Profit on that one too. I'm just dancing with some of them. All right, let me get another Dom. I'm done with that one. All right, I'm gonna trade this one. Can we do this one now? I'm flat. I'm fully flat across the board now. I traded all my accounts, but one. That's it. Guys, I'm just blown away. There you have it. That was, and at the end of the song, and we're done. That was great. Well, y'all want to go play golf or something? Bear zone top monthly maps, that's the test. I'm fully flat. I'm done for the day. I don't give a shit about anything else, Chris. I'm done with this. All right, guys.
Show me your P&L, whip it out. Show your P&L, yeah, whip it out. Let's see the P&L.
Yeah, dude, I think my blood pressure's low or something, man, because I'm feeling dizzy. I need to get me some... I need some drugs. What's a good drug that'll raise my blood pressure? Crack cocaine? Molly? Eat some salt? Yeah, that's probably gonna do. I'm just kidding. No drugs. Some scotch. Matt Evans is speaking my language here. Methylene blue. What is that? Is that it? You shorted right after went flat? Oh, dope, dude. So the 6698 level, you guys know on monthly maps, right? That's the yo, what's up, Red Kennels? Hey, dude, I saw by your stream last night. I was laying in bed and just thumbing through YouTube. I saw you were streaming live, as I jumped in and said, hey, but I think you're in the middle of a trade. Yeah, man, I was like, monthly maps, 6698, that level exactly to the penny is the bear zone top at monthly maps. That's what's keeping S&P in the bear zone on the longer term. If we break through 6698 and 6700, that's the liquidity on the monthly. So if there's any accumulation here, especially bears in the house, I can't give you investment advice. This is monthly maps accumulation. If for some reason we're accumulating here above it, that's bigger trend. So in reality, this, everybody understand, according to monthly maps, that's the key hotspot. So if one were bearish, this is the spot to be a bear from. That is the correct place to be bearish from, whoever said they were shorting there. If you're a bear, it's there or never. That's the spot. Anything above here, I wouldn't be shorting anything. That goes back to liquidity on the monthly scale. Y'all make sense, right? Y'all been to the monthly maps class? Right here. And I'm saying, right? So currently, we're trading in a bear zone on the monthly maps, which is the monthly bearishness, for about like the next 7 or 10 days. On S&P. Nasdaq is fine, S&P is not. So that bear zone resistance is usually resistance with the DD ratio less than half. The overall bear zone can be resistance as well. If you break into that, then it becomes a liquidity pocket on the longer term scale. So I'm going to show you guys again what that number is. You go to monthly maps and I look at it right there. It pops up in a second. So this right here, right? You see there's the wick. Let me just zoom in right here. The wick went right up to it. There, you can see this little green wick. I have to zoom in so y'all can see it. There's a little teeny weeny wick right there. Went right up to it and came down. 662 to 663 is the monthly maps liquidity pocket, and 662 is support pretty much for the week. So if we achieve this, then it's the reversal back to the bull side. If one were bearish, the bet is we stay below there over time. So whoever shorted there, that's the proper place to short from. As I'm not teaching, I might give you guys, if I were shorting, that's where I would short from too. I'm just not. So I am giving you my best vibes to the airwaves. Somebody that did short there is 662. That is proper place to short from. If the bear market plays out, that's where it plays out from. So commend you on that trade setup, my man. Ugh. I'm like a little kid, dude. I love my vitamins because they're candy. Idoc's always like hooking me up with vitamins. Breakfast and stuff. See that short you did? Beautiful. I got the long there. Death Star, is that you? That's Death Star. That's correct. Mr. JG himself. John says, methylene blue was developed in Germany 100 years ago and is the most studied supplement in history. You're Asperger's, so you're always at war with your brain. Yeah, dude, when I was younger, they were testing me for that. Like, I'm pretty much like 3 out of 10 of my toes are on the Asperger's side of the spectrum. I'm like barely social enough to fit into the world, like just barely enough, but I've got characteristics of that too. I know exactly what you, not to the degree you deal with it, but I know what it feels like. What a kick-ass day today. Today was pretty straightforward, pretty simple. I'll have to look into it, man. Bro, I'm going through like blood pressure shit. I think it just happens as you're getting older. Your shit starts failing, your arteries clog up and whatever. Blood pressure is my one thing that I'm dealing with right now. There's two, last year, I was hospitalized 3 times for it. Like life-threatening blood pressure. Guys, it's 3 minutes until Michigan numbers come out. Anything can happen. So it's a coin flip from here. I think I need some blue chews. That'll be exactly what'll get the... My blood pressure is way up, and now the medicine makes it way low. Dangerously low, I feel like, today. If I pass out on the stream, you guys start texting iDoc or something.
shows where Wall Street's true intentions unfold. With bull and bear zones, risk laid bare defined. A 5-point spread, a purpose they're designed. Hedge pressure levels, gold and blue they gleam. Where market makers work, a hedging stream. No price in sight, just Delta's urgent call. A guaranteed volume, spike before you fall. Then BD and resilience, our index is keen eye. A lie detector for the S&P sky. For arbitrage, when stocks pull out of line, we snap market makers side.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, here we go. Michigan numbers coming out. That's it. The coin flip coming out. 1-year inflation expectation 4.7 and 4.8. Slight beat. 5-year 3.7, 3.9. They're coming down. Consumer expectations coming down. Consumer sentiment coming down. Current conditions coming down. So that's gonna probably be seen as a pop and drop. But I don't see it as a extremely bearish news set. It's pretty good. Consumer expectations, I can consider all this relatively flat. The current conditions are probably the biggest of the change. Market's gonna try to sell off of this, but I think what's gonna happen is it might go exactly to where it started and then pick up the rally. These are pretty decent numbers on the overall sense of things. Consumer expectation have been pretty good. Consumer sentiment. It's low in general, but relative to what it has been, it's not getting worse. So it could be better. The 1-year inflation is still expected to be 5%. We're nowhere close to it. So I don't know if they're just expecting it to, like, you know, kick in, because those numbers have been high since April. I don't know. Unless there's something I don't understand about the report. Actually, since even February, it's 4%. Core PCE data came in, excluding food and energy, which is the most volatile portion of it. The necessities, those are the staples. This is just discretionary spending on the core side. And you would expect this to be where the inflation mostly was, imported goods, right? And that's coming down, or not going up. So, and Fed's PCE and core PCE inflation expectation is to be 2% by 2027. So Michigan doesn't seem to come up with the same conclusion. There's that resistance on S&P again. The music is still loud. My bad. Sorry, I like to rock out really hard. Let's turn it down a little bit. All right. I swear, man. Like I said, like I'm coming down with, like, you know, trying to battle like life-threatening blood pressure stuff. Look, a lifetime of partying finally caught up with me, okay? You guys know me, I used to party pretty hard. Not so much anymore, but these days, apart from the occasional cocktail, I'm practically drug-free. I'm just now started drinking coffee again. I went completely clean. I even cut out stimulants, caffeine, everything. Adderall, nothing. The California, is that called California sober? For health reasons. All right, so there's the pop and drop I mentioned. I'm fully flat. I'm chilling. Although blue chews, that doesn't count. Have I heard of the prop firm Gorilla? Kevin says the streamer I watch has built it to compare all prop firm evals and funded. Dude, there's a million of those things, dude. Prop firm comparison sites. Does he also have a code? Just be careful, because like when you go to websites like that, it's called cookie stuffing. So those like aggregate websites, they're like, you know, one-click checkout for any prop firm sort of thing. They're making sure they force credit to them no matter what you buy, by stuffing cookies for all the prop firms in your browser. They all do it. That's how all the big affiliates make their actual money. Like, there's tiers of affiliate. There are affiliates that make like 1,000 or 2,000 a month. There's some that make 10 to 20 a month. There's some that make 200,000 a month, and there's some that make 2 million a month. You got those aggregate sites, you're gonna be making millions a month from cookie stuffing, which not necessarily is legal, but sounds like a niche fetish. Oh yeah, that's my favorite OnlyFans channel. Cookie stuffing. T6 is gonna have a new song out by the end of the day. Hell yeah. Yeah. So basically, it embeds cookies in your browser, like Red said, and then every time you go check out, they get credit for it, unless you use someone else's code, which overwrites the cookie. So basically, like by default, if all of you guys come to my site and then I put the cookie in your browser and you go buy anything, I get credit permanently until you go out of your way to use someone else's link or code, which those links or codes put the new cookie and overwrite the old one. So, yeah, that's the $1 million a month tier of affiliate. There's people that make that much. It's stupid. Yeah. So a lot of people are getting the idea to do that. Prop from comparison sites. Yeah, or you can just clear it or delete it as well. It's considered like a black hat form. In certain places, considered illegal to do that. It's called affiliate. What is it called? Affiliate fraud. There's actually a thing for it. But typically, whenever you use like my code at ETF or my code anywhere else, that's what it does. It puts a cookie to your browser. So I'll always get credit when you buy something there until you deliberately go out and buy something else with another code, which is pretty much how affiliate checkouts always have worked. Whoever fucking shorted, there you go, baby. Nice job, nice job. I love it, man. You guys are all so on point with your trades. Right and wrong from the right spot. Is anybody here long up into bull zone support 720 Nasdaq, or are you guys flat out the 6700 S&P 720 Nasdaq? Were you guys long to there and flat out, or are you guys short from there? What are y'all doing? Oh, it was so sad. We had the Battle of the Whoosh fans yesterday, and Keith's song went up against T6's song, The Two Whooshes, the Battle of the Whooshes, man. Y'all flattened out at bull zone. God, y'all are so freaking smart. Dude, and resilience hasn't even caught up either. It's still positive on this big nasty ass sell-off. What the fuck? I'm telling you, dude, don't ever discount monthly maps. Nobody knows. Res is so high, it just started catching up. Now it's finally low. Lucky Friday. You long and got out, or yesterday's close. Bro, what a day, man. What a day. Well, what are we gonna do for 10 hours? You guys want to do the we can knock out the music contest if you guys want. Shall we continue? ES 6666 coming out. I don't want to see it anymore. No. No. Look at today's bull zone support, you guys. We're back. Like, Nero himself is coming back from the grave to haunt us. The number of the tyrant, or the number of the beast if you're Christian. The tyrant's number that they used to talk about Nero. So I think it was 616 though is the Nero number, right? And the Christians made it 666. The number of the beast. Maybe Iron Maiden can come here and start. They had the number of the beast album, Iron Maiden. Reza slightly back. It's fighting though. Nero's coming to stuff us all with cookies. That's pretty kinky. I heard Nero was a kinky ruler. And he would host like massive orgies and stuff, and he was then also he was ugly as fuck. I remember correctly. Yeah, this is I do remember this is correct. Yeah, they made the out of the statues, they made the image of what these Roman emperors actually looked like. There you go, baby. There's Nero for you. Hubba hubba. That beard is something else though, right? That's like, I mean, you have to kind of go out of your way to just sort of like give yourself a little bit of neckline right below your chin. That is one handsome looking devil right there. Let me tell you. Hubba hubba. He looks like something out of fucking Lord of the Rings, dude. Not even gonna lie. That is a neck beard, because that beard is only on the neck. That's not even touching your chin. The statue is actually making it look much better than actually. Yeah, it's actually a little extra justice. Okay, let's finish up the finals. We got to do this because we have a lot of people here, and this is kind of the end of the thing. Okay, so we're doing a songwriting contest, and before we do our giveaway, which will be in a little bit, you guys got to get the likes up. You got about 20 minutes to get those like button smashes in. So my trades today, I was longing into the overnight, adding as it dipped. When I woke up this morning here, most of these cut out with max profit. We dipped to full zone bottom. I started buying here, and then we got right up to here. I closed out on one of the accounts, and I was trying to close out in some of them. Then my shit froze up, and I opened it back up, and then we dipped to there. I started longing again, held, closed everything out there. That's it. I still have one of my accounts I still haven't touched. And wait on that one. So now. All right. Song finalists. Okay, so it's going to be really hard with these last ones. Okay, so one losing song from the losing category is going to get a chance to be voted back to the finals. These are songs that people have written about trading, about Rock Scooter, about me, about funniness, whatever. They're amazing. We've gone from like hundreds and hundreds of songs now down to the last 24. We're playing them side by side, and like in true American style, Idol style, you get to vote on which one you like better. So we're going to jump right into it. Hold on. I'm going to play a song, and you're going to choose, which song belongs in the top 10 or not. This is a new song, Tech Trader, called Let It Ride.
I'm dripping with
You guys get those likes up. We're about to give away 4 Elite Trader Funding funded accounts today. That's crazy how quickly I decided to sell up. We got liquidity pocket coming up. Probably one more possible trade down in here. I might do my one last account that I have inside of here. So I'm gonna start adding to the one that's a 0. I'm gonna buy here, and then I'm going to double down at bear zone. So I'm gonna try this one more time. Need A+ setups for today, right here. Problem is weekly res is dead, so that's the problem. Not really A+, just A, and then market's dead here. Resilience less than 0. You guys know my trade. I'll scalp it probably to this area and call it quits. Got all resistance this way, so we're kind of trapped in between the box and the zone. Let's ride. Love that song. Okay. Let's Ride by Tech. Against Rocket Scooter Emojis, also by Tech. The final's not bad because I'm having to narrow it down pretty well because we have lots of Tech, lots of Rogue.
Crank up the charts, emojis on screen. Hail the laser tag king and the Iodine queen. If your trading sucks, he knows why. You gotta draw more fans to make price fly. You've only got 10 emojis helping the pump. Those are rookie numbers, get those numbers up. Rocket scooter emojis, 100% guaranteed. Ignore the gurus and phonies. It's the only thing you need.
All right, we need your votes.
Just for easy payments, only $5 grand a pop. This emoji strategy is creating gains non-stop. Rocket scooter emojis. Screens explode with whoosh fans galore. Mad secret weapon, even tech can't ignore. Laser champ, turn trader, he's
This is a song making fun of all the algo salesmen out there and indicator salesmen out there that put a bunch of trend lines and laser beams and emojis for 2 easy payments of $5,000. The strategy creating gains could be yours. Is this the final of the song contest? What's up, T6? That's correct, sir. We're halfway through the finals. What's up, man? Good morning. Tech's songs are extremely inventive and creative. So get your votes in, guys. It's neck and neck. Get your votes in.
Is all you need, and you get the ultimate emoji indicator for free.
20,000 is all you need, and you get the indicator for free. That's a great sales pitch. PD ratio, no bueno. It's still decent. It's 0.55. It's good. It's decent enough, and man, it could get worse from here. Back at the old doubles number again. Get the only indicator for free. All right, guys. 162 votes. Let's get at least like 250. Get those votes in. Get those votes in. Which of these songs is a finalist in the top 10? These were all written by the same guy. These two were written by the same guy. Let It Ride, a cool sort of house beat, chill vibe, amazing sounding song. Rocket scooter emojis. The anti-guru, the more shit on your screen, the better you do. Sales pitch song. Yeah, I grabbed a long, and I'm going to add to the long at 560. So just send the account that's at 0 right now. That's it. Well, the last final account I have. I'm going to try to play liquidity pocket on this and call it a day. Just 2 easy payments. $5,000 a pop. This emoji strategy. All right, get your votes in. The poll is in the chat. Everyone go to the poll. Which song do you like better? It's literally neck and neck. We need your votes. Tech versus Tech. He's lucky because he gets an automatic final push to the top 10 no matter what. But which song do you think is going to represent Tech the best in the finals? Math question for me. How does 666 relate to the cube? I don't know. It's not an even cube because 5 cubed is 625. Sorry, 5 cubed is, hold on, wait, no, I'm sorry. 666. No, 5 cubed is 125. So 10 cubed is 1,000. Let's see, 8 from cube, 64. It's not 8 cubed. It's not an even cube. I'm not sure. I'm doing volume. Right. Cube, not cubed is in the shape. Cubed is in like the number cubed. How does 666 relate to the cube? I don't know. What's the answer to that? Cubes have 6 sides. 6 sides, 8 corners, 6 faces. I don't know. What's the answer? Guys, do me a favor with like 900 people in here. Can you go vote on the song? It's 50-50. Literally. It's been 50-50. There's no clear winner. It is literally neck and neck. It's exactly 207 votes for each one. 5 grand a pop. This emoji strategy. All right. Market dies at 560 break. Hold on, let me talk to my tech team real quick. All right. I'm gonna stop the voting. Let's get like 50 more votes in there. I gotta draw something real quick. For my tech team. Hold on. I'm gonna move these labels. Here. See, they have the label like down here below. So I'm trying to get the label fixed. The ultimate indicator for free. This is how you make a trading platform, guys. Microsoft Paint. It's like the pro way to do it. I think the label needs to be here so that you know that's the line. So this is much better. See how it's below the box? That's irking me. Rocket scooter emojis. 100% guarantee. Nor the gurus and phony. Matt took it. Yeah, I took it. I certainly did. And the last account that I got. All right, I'm ending the poll. And the winner is Let It Ride by Tech. Beat out Rocket Scooter Emojis by Tech. Congratulations. Okay. That was tough. Congrats, Tech, on the win. Okay. Okay. Nor the guru's bonies. This emoji strategy. The next song we got coming up is going to be all right, we've got Tech Trader. Let's fucking go. We've had over 200 and something submissions, like 250. It's been a lot. We're down to the final 24. Did my pencil tool just die? What the heck? Question, another thing too, guys. When it's support resistance, would it be worthwhile to have the text flip to the other side? That's another question I have for you guys. Like, if you're bumping into something from the bottom, you'd like the text to be out of the way, above it. Okay. I'm just trying to think outside the box here with little improvements. I literally designed all of Rocket Scooter in Microsoft Paint, I'm not gonna lie. 4 years of them getting my Microsoft Paint drawings. I wonder if it's gonna be too confusing, especially like, problem I think about this is that when it's flip-flopping, the text may go flip-flop like as the candles are moving. Every 2 seconds, the text jumping around would be annoying. What do you guys think? I could put a limiter on it that it only updates the text like once a minute. What do you guys think about that? Like seizure warning, yeah. X amount over under the pivot would do. Well, the support resistance needs to change in real time. Based on the confluence. Actually, no, because it's the support is based on the confluence. So the confluence is not changing left and right. It's just every time resilience would be up and down, it would change those confluences. So the DDs wouldn't move that much. And then it's just only if resilience was like less than 0. So really the half gap one would be flip-flopping a lot. This one will be like, yeah, so I probably wouldn't have to do anything. Let's test it out. Just on that. So that Let's Fucking Go, great song. Next is okay, cool. All right. That was Let's Fucking Go by Tech Cherry. That song is cool as shit. All right. Against, it's getting tough. It's getting tough, guys. Against. Am I along? Yes, I am. Oh boy. Oh boy. Which song is a finalist?
Data screams beneath the screen. Artificial minds run lean. Rocket scooter takes the wheel. The truth in charts is raw and red is our leader. Firing his
I'm long in this one account right here, the one that says 0.
lows and highs off MHP and DD lines. We ride it up to the exit signs. Signals flash, the weak will fall. But we stand firm and heed the call.
I bought here. I doubled down there.
We take the trade.
Oh, it's off screen. I'll have a DOM for it because, in all honesty, I lost track of which DOM it was in. And so I just right-clicked and clicked long in the platform. Okay, guys, get your votes in.
Every single time. Off MH,
I'm like multitasking and I'm just like
climb the line.
in the middle of the song contest. I don't got time to like,
Sharp like steel on flame. Probability
and then doing the patch updates. I was just like, long.
a storm of data set.
This is the one time it's not on screen, but I'm in the long. I told you guys I grabbed it and
Some chain with scooter tech. We pierce the lies and train with thunder in. Our steel
strong.
though we get wrecked.
We carry on. ESG every single time. Yep, in queue. And now I am flat in queue. All right, let's close that out. That is $1,800 of profit. Oh my God.
From bell to bell, we ride the trend that leads the charge until the
All right, that's it.
ES take every single time.
All right, I'm flat. God, man, this is like so great. And I'm done, so that's it. Closed out, and there we are, done for the day. Appropriate that the EST song is played at the EST junction. This is so tough. I know, like the finals are gonna get hard. The sad part is we gotta let one of the songs go that's a beloved song. However, it's not like it's gone. It just doesn't make it further into the competition. All these amazing songs will be playing like all the freaking time because how do I tell you take profit? I literally told you I'm taking profit, or I'll usually have the DOM on the screen. I'm in the middle of more important things right now, which is a music contest. So I didn't know which DOM was which at the time. I just grabbed along in the middle of going through 5 things at once, updating the platform and all that. So usually it's on the screen, but I just didn't know which DOM it was. And I just told you guys this one will be off screen, as rare as that is. I've got important stuff to do today. Yes, I just casually made another 2,000 bucks. I'll be more cognizant of that, but I don't remember which DOM was which. Usually I go do like my DOM management and I have them arranged on my screen a certain way. But that's it, guys. So that's the final trade. I'm done for the day. That's been good. I bought at Bull, guys, y'all got to pay attention to the stream. I bought at Bull Zone. I said, I'm going to long here. And then it fell to Bear Zone. And I said, I'm going to add more here. I basically say it in the middle of a sentence. Like I'm sitting there drawing on screen. You see me drawing the labels and talking to you guys. And I was like, I'm adding here. And I'm back to what I'm saying. Yeah, so you guys got to like, it's quick. But I mean, EST, the song was even playing, right? Okay, get your votes in, guys. Get those votes in. So I'm done for the day. I mean, I've maxed out pretty much. Oh, wait, one account has... No. I'm maxed out. I can't trade anymore on these accounts. These are all maxed out for consistency. With the exception of I can go harder with the big fat accounts, but I don't want to, not in this environment. Those each got about 2,000 each too. The ones that were getting 10,000 and 5,000 and 7,000 the other day. Oh. So here's the rule of thumb. Bull zone, bear zone, I long every single time. Every single time. Every single time. Every single time. I've done the same trade 3 times today. I've literally done the same trade 3 times today. Oops. So yeah, I'm done. Okay, get your votes in, guys. What on earth is my like thing is not even drawing anymore? Come on. Oh, here we go. This is so weird. And let me close this down. Technical issues right now. Okay, guys, 5, 4. I'm closing the votes. You got a couple minutes to get the votes in. Couple seconds, I mean. Yeah, sorry. I was trying to get the notes in the developer before he goes to bed. I was drawing important stuff. And let you guys know the two recommendations I made is number 1, to take the bear zone support label and put it where the bear zone is. Okay, it's drawn at the bottom. It needs to be drawn at the top. The top is where the actual resistance is, this bear zone top. So the label can be misleading. The label needs to be here. Okay. Like where I'm drawing it, the label needs to be here. That's one note I put into the developer. The second thing is that we're going to have, like, the idea is when you're trading up into something, you know, we have the labels, a certain number of candles to the right. So there is a space, so you're not overlapping the letters. But just as a visual cue, when it is resistance, we're going to move the text to the top side of the box. That way it just is another, like a quickie visual cue to make it easier to tell that the line is resistance and then support if it's the other way. Those are the things I'm going to do. I took this trade 3 times today. Bull zone bottom, I take every single time. This is called the sandwich trade. You guys, y'all remember the sandwich trade? I mentioned that. I bought here. I added here. I closed there. This is typical LP. This is Matt's favorite trade. This is a bull zone, bear zone, bull zone. They call it the Arby's trade. We have songs about it. The Arby's trade is here. Arby's because it looks like a sandwich. Looks like a hamburger, but it's where a bear zone is sandwiched between bull zone. You have a liquidity pocket and illiquidity pocket combination. So you take the whole trade from one place to the next. I mean, it was like from here and I closed out and I was like, oh, wait, no, this is a sandwich trade. Let me get back in. And then I just started adding and then it dipped and I added some more and finished the move. Pretty setup. Just go back and rewind the stream. You'll see it all. And I'm done. Okay, the results are in. The winner of the showdown between the two epic songs that is so hard to choose a winner is EST by T6. Congrats, T6, EST. They're so hard. I like Let's Fucking Go is a song that I play in my car when IDOC and I go work out. I'm not kidding. She'll tell you. We're driving to go to the gym and I'm pumping up to that song. EST and LFG. Yeah. So when I was like putting the songs together for the finals, I tried to be fair with which songs matched up pretty well. So you guys think I did the finals pretty well, right? Everything sort of matched. Like I got tech versus tech, which made sense. EST versus LFG, which made sense. Whoosh versus whoosh, which made sense. It was a pretty complex math problem to make these finals. I seeded them and tried to seed them really nice, where like 1 would go against 10 and 2 would go against 11 and stuff. I think that worked out pretty well. Okay. Now we're going to have one more. And this is a hard one because there's one song that just doesn't really fit in with the rest. And it's kind of hard to match it against anything. So it's just we got to throw it in. And it's a fantastic song. It's one of the favorite songs here. Song called Hold That Line. When you need that market to hold that spot.
I bought it high on a Friday morning. Thought the breakout was divine. By Monday noon, I was margin call moaning. But Lord, I still held that line. They said don't chase, but I was greedy. I said
Farina changed her name from Faba to Farina. I just noticed that, yeah. You get ready to get RS to the first payout. Very, very nice. Honestly, today, the fact that we lost Bear Zone on monthly maps is not the best sign in the world. I would say that I hope that we hold Liquidity Pocket MHP. There's long scalps here and here. This isn't a good sign for the market for the longer haul. Well, I don't think we're selling off today. I think we stay inside of here. I think we've already hit the high and low of the day. So that's my opinion. Market's sort of anchored in place because VVIX is below 100, so the VIX is not going to go out of control, which means VIX is stable, which means VVIX is stable, which means VIX is stable, which means the volatility is not going to get wider. So you can usually use that as an estimate to say the high and lows are in for the day. That's why I usually come up with that conclusion. If VVIX was above 100, we can probably find lower lows and higher highs better. So you see how the volatility is sort of like not getting much bigger. This was the range. This is the range. VIX is stable. So this is about the range. So if I were doing anything today, I'd be picking my fundamental bias and taking that trade. If I'm a bear, I was shorting from there. If I'm a bull, I'd hit liquidity pocket MHP and long it right back to the middle and get out like I've been doing. Hello?
When the tape breaks all you knew. Hold that line, hold it, Lord. When the fib just cuts right through. Oh, the market make your patience flatline, but child, don't lose your nerve. Just hold that line. They said Jesus saves, but I just wish I saved my game.
Idak was yelling at me saying I was muted.
I said, limit down.
I thought she was shouting to Jesus. I heard like a yeah, and I was like, is she saying hallelujah? But she says you're muted, so that's what she was saying. I swear I thought she was yelling hallelujah from across the room. I was like, what did you say? You're muted. I was like, oh. Hey, we're a good Catholic family over here, so we'll be shouting some hallelujahs. She got in with she feeling that Holy Ghost this morning, you know what I'm saying? I thought you said hallelujah.
Oh no.
It's like, what the hell are you saying?
I really should be like working.
We got that Holy Ghost crazy noise up in here. Let's go. She caught it. She's got a little bit of that Acts 2:36 in her, you know what I'm saying? That talking in tongues. Let's go. What are you doing? That's not even sexy. You look like a potato, like a baked potato
Wait,
from Luby's.
because this is
What's the trend? You look like one of those dancing dolls at Walgreens where you push the button and it sings a Halloween song and it just wiggles. It's like the dancing flower. I got sunshine on a cloudy. You know what I'm talking about? You push the button and then the doll's like,
yeah.
you just like a little servo that goes back and forth.
Well, they seem to like it.
Honestly, they're just being nice. You're so funny. Okay, hold the line. Amazing song. Now the problem is there's no other. The other gospel song that we were gonna put it against in the finals didn't get voted to the finals. So hold the line. Unfortunately, has to go against a song. It has to go against something. And the pairing, it was the one that was left out. So the next song that's up is Maybe I'm Wrong by Tech Trader. Tough. It gets so tough here. Today's Matt segment will be goated, and my funny features Matt versus Steven. That'll be really fun. Hang tight, guys. We'll be doing a giveaway in a little bit as well as soon as we're done with the contest in about maybe 10 minutes. Luke joked with Steven that I was woke. Yeah, like I'm gonna say something about that. Like I heard he said I was some kind of like woke leftist. You know, he's being sarcastic. I'm from Texas. Oh yeah, he was just being. Yeah, I don't know if he caught the sarcasm, but I gotta let him know that. He said I was in the liberal politics. I'm gonna start out this segment. I'm gonna tell Luke. I'm gonna kill Luke. Or maybe I should show up with like a nose ring and like. Maybe I should show up with a mask on and talk about all the vaccines I got and. I'm wearing a Biden shirt. Blue hair and a nose ring. I never got the vaccine, by the way. Is it okay to say that? Am I gonna get canceled? I never got the vaccines. Got the vaccines are stupid. I got COVID 3 times though. Strong like ox. Made it. Is it okay to say that now? I told my mom, she was like, are you worried? I was like, well, everyone dies. It's like, I'd rather die young than old with somebody wiping drool off my chin. My mom's like, don't say that. So if it gets me, it gets me. I have a theory about viruses though. And theory is pretty simple. Humanity has never been wiped out by a virus in the history of humanity. For hundreds of thousands of years. We're still here. So most of us will survive at all times. Refuse to change. I mean, we made it this far. It's a pretty good theory. We got damn close a few times and we still made it out. That's right. There were a couple bad ones. We ultimately made it. Baby love. What really sucks with Hold the Line is that it's such a great song. It just doesn't have a, it just stands out. There's nothing to put it against. We had like 2 blues songs, which might have worked, but there were 2. We had Scooter Vibes, which is like kind of a lighter, you know, it's reggae, but it's like a lighter song, and Hold the Line's a lighter song instead of being like heavy metal or whatever. But then we had Junkie Shit, which is a punk song, which also stood alone. So I was like, reggae and punk go together because reggae is almost like ska, so ska and punk. I was like, let's put those 2 together. I tried to make it where it was as fair of a matchup as possible. But I could also golden buzzer, but the problem becomes let me think about it. Hold on. What I'll do is, ooh, I got an idea. Hold on. Problem is, we're gonna have 12 songs. Okay. All the losing songs are going to get one final chance to be brought back as the wild card. My Discord is in the description below. The link in the description below. Dinosaur said the same thing, which is kind of funny because I watched the Rick and Morty episode last night, the one with the dinosaurs, where they came back and they were like, look what you guys did to the earth after we left. All right. Okay. It looks like the votes are in, and the winner is Maybe I'm Wrong by Tech Trader, and they're both fantastic songs. Now again, the songs in the losers bracket will get one more chance as wild card to come back through. To make it into the finals. Okay. One more song. Since we have an uneven number, we have one final song to play. Which has nothing to compete against. I have golden buzzered this song to the finals. This is the judge's selection to make the brackets even at the end. So there's no vote. I'm just gonna congrats for Tech already. This one goes to the end. And I'm sure most of you guys would agree this is a finalist. This song was the #1 seed in my seed ranking. Not based on like my favorite, but what I think is y'all's favorite or one of y'all's favorites. So whatever song would go against this one would automatically lose. That's why I chose to put it through to the finals and the seeding. So anything between like 10 and 20, I think you guys would have voted this one better. So to make it fair, I'm pushing this to the finals. The final wild card will be the last slot in the finals, and we'll have an even match at the end. This is called Market Please Don't Die Today. So after this, this afternoon, we're gonna narrow it down to the top 6, and then we have the final 6. Or 7. There's gonna be 7 in the finals. This one you guys can't vote on. This one I've already pushed through to the finals. I'm just giving it an honorable play. So to make the bracket even, I got to choose one to push it through to the end. This is the one I chose to push through. And the only reason I had to do that is because we had 2 songs that you guys had voted on that were 50-50. So that made it uneven. So we ran out of songs to make it even at the end. We have a song submission channel in our Discord. And then there's a songs final overall category is where these last 24 songs are. Congrats, Tech. So because I had to push one through, I had to choose one to, or because you guys, the one yesterday, was it Bear Market Blues, I think? There was a tie between 2 of them. And Liquidity Pocket. Yeah, you guys couldn't vote, so they both made it through. It was 50-50. So and then we have 14 is the wild card. Every song that didn't win this round gets one more shot to make its way back in. Today's giveaway is going to be Elite Trader funding. Direct to funded. Monthly maps don't lie. Congrats, Tech. All right. And that's the end. Okay. Now, I'm going to have to maybe do a Google poll on this one. Give me a second. Hold on. Wait a minute. No, wait. I cut and paste the wrong one. What was it? Okay, hold on. I have to redo this one. Okay. I lost track of what the runners up are. Okay. In the meantime, we're going to talk about lead trader funding a little bit, but if you guys are just chilling here, type in ETF in chat to have a chance to enter the giveaway in a minute. What's up? How you doing? Yeah, I'm in the middle of like trying to organize this thing.
Okay.
That's sweet. Thank you very much. Okay. Oops. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to keep track of all the ones I did here. Okay, there. Okay. Okay, so for the I'm gonna mark these really quick. Okay, so for later in a little bit, we're gonna have a vote on the songs that didn't make it through. It'll be a fan favorite. The one that gets the most votes comes back in as the 14th seed. So the winners and the final top 14, that's it. This is the end. These are the prize winners. We have two more categories, humor and the giveaway category. That'll all be done on the same day for finals, which is today in the afternoon. We'll run through these and all the finals will be determined at that point. Okay. Your top 13 songs in no particular order. Stock Market Wizard, Kings of Leon sound. Scooter Vibes, the reggae sound. Come On, Let's Ride. Updates in Real Time, an 80s song. Unmasking Smart Money, an 80s song. Knife Catchers Anonymous, a Broadway style tune. Liquidity Pocket, Bear Market Blues. Whoosh Fan. The T6 Whoosh Fan. Let It Ride by Tech, Every Single Time by T6. Maybe I'm Wrong by Tech. And Market Please Don't Die Today by Tech. Congrats to the top 13. Now I'm going to make a Google Doc. Or a form. wonder if there's settings, responses. I wonder if I can do in a Google form. Rating. Oh, okay. Rating. There we go. No. Oh, I can just have you vote on which song you like and rate them. Okay, perfect. Okay. Rate these songs from 1 to 5 stars. Perfect. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, this will work. Okay, so I'm going to make a Google form and you guys are going to rate the songs on 1 to 5, and the one that gets the highest ratings, or the highest 5 stars, will be the winner of the rescue round. Okay, this is cool. It's going to take me a little bit to build this while I'm doing the ETF thing. Cool. Okay. All right. Give me about 5 minutes to put this together. This was such a fun event, man. I had so much fun doing this. We'll do it a couple times a year. It takes a month to do it. This is fun. Okay. The prizes of the songwriting contest are going to be Rocket Scooter Lifetime, discounts to Lifetime, yearly subscriptions, free access to the platform. That's what all that is for Lifetime. We're going to do prop accounts. And then once we get merch made, everybody that made it to the finals should get like a merch pack whenever that happens next year, or whenever, ever, if ever. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Type in ETF in chat, you guys. And I'll talk to you guys about the thing the giveaway we'll be doing today. Okay, guys, we're gonna try something. I don't know if this is gonna be a shit show or not, but let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. All right, do me a favor. I'm gonna post this in here. All right, I'm gonna put in a form and you guys can go in there and rate the song 1 to 5 stars. I put the links in there for each of the songs for you guys to go listen to it. The links back to the Discord. Or if you just remember the song, go ahead and give it a vote. I'm gonna give you guys until the end of the stream. To rescue your favorite song. All right. Is the voting thing working? Oh, hold on. I got to publish the form. Okay. Okay. Try now. I didn't publish it yet. Try this. Okay. All right, guys. ETF. Let's talk about elite trader funding really quick. I met with these guys for about an hour yesterday to talk about some of the changes that are coming out. They've recently done their simplified plan, which is to simplify their website to make it even better and easier to understand. So let me load that up for you guys so y'all can see that. Hold on. Let me put it up here. All right. So they recently just had a big website overhaul, which is great. They've simplified sort of the layout and they've made it look beautiful, nice and clean. And now you can compare all the different plans. I met with them yesterday to kind of see what their future is. They're rapidly evolving in the space more so than any other firm I've ever seen. Now, what's cool about these guys, I've always liked them because they've, there are 3 people in their company, 3 employees there that I've all worked closely with over the years. And so I always followed them because they were honest, great people. And when I heard they had started a firm and everything, they were people I trusted and I think they're great and they're looking out for the community. And I would back them just because we're friends. And one of them is a lifetime member of Rocket Scooter for many, many, many years. He also lives in my town. We're buddies. He's a great guy. Another one used to be our community manager before Slacks took over. So before Slacks, you guys might know Zag Nation. He used to do what Slacks does right now. And he used to help Rocket Scooter out. And he was very close to us 5 years ago, maybe, and earlier. So Zag Nation was actually our community head. So he's now running their community. And yeah, so I've been close with these folks for years, and I've always been following what they've been doing and always supported them just as friends. And now we have like a stronger partnership with them. We have a lot of cool stuff that they're doing. Let me show you guys really quick some things. Where is it at? Hold on 1 second. Let me get my email open here. I'll show you guys a little bit about their website. Okay, I got it. And so the 3, oh, I'm sorry, dude, I lost my train of thought. 3 people. Alina. So I knew Alina from the Stock Market Insiders, right? Which was Stock Talk Weekly's group. So I used to be an admin of his community maybe like 4 or 5 years ago just to help him out when he started his Discord. So me and Stock Talk Weekly are pretty close, and I met Alina through that. Anyways, so the folks at ETF, very cool, very honest. They built a really solid prop firm. They're unique in their approach. They have some kind of like unique rules that make them stand out, but I think they're great. And the rules have been evolving sort of to become more palatable as time has gone by, and they've made their programs better and better and better. They just created a direct-to-funded program. So you see they have like 3, 4, 5, 6 different products. And they're talking about streamlining this and even making it even better and easier to understand, and maybe adding some products and taking away some products. So it's going to be a change coming out probably next month or 2 to make it even better. Better rules, better structured products. And you guys, every time they come out with their release, unlike some prop firms that take stuff away, they come out with something and they put something new in. It's like, obviously disclosing this is a partnership that I have with them. So, this is obviously an endorsed or a paid endorsement or whatever. But just again, even if it wasn't a partnership with these guys, I also have always supported them as years have gone by, just as friends, because I think that they're great. That's why we do work closely with them. The website has been improved, clearly. to, you know, really detail the difference between the products. Now, some prop firms have just one style of product, like My Funded Futures has just end of the day drawdown accounts. Some firms like Top Step are end of the day only. Apex, they have trailing drawdown accounts, right? And maybe a static. ETF has one of each type, which makes it kind of cool because inside of the ecosystem with that one group, you can basically trade each different type of account. They have a static, which I've talked about in my boot camps all the time. A static is an account that doesn't have any kind of trailing drawdown. It's a buffer from the start. The simplest of all prop accounts to trade. That's why it's in the beginner category. End of the day drawdown is pretty much your average prop account. Pretty much all the big dogs, this is the type of account. That's why they say standard. Kind of like what you expect across the board. Currently, the end of the day drawdown is 90% off as well, which is a pretty cool deal with the Rocket Scooter code. Standard Plus is a swing trading version of the standard. So you can actually swing trade all over nights and weekends and stuff. Intermediate, which we call the fast track and one step, they're pretty much identical. This is your Apex style trailing drawdown account. You know, Tradeify Advance, etc. are all very similar. Take Profit Pro, the middle one, just like this. This is your standard fare, inexpensive, 90% off is like $15 an account. You're $16.50. Fast track is the expert with the deadline. If you can beat it in 14 days, then you get the prize. I say that, like, you know, this is a novelty if you want to pay a little bit less than the average price to get there faster. It's cheaper, but there's a deadline, but there's no sale on this one. So, you know, obviously the one step is the better one of the two currently now on the deal. And then this is a direct to funded. Skip the eval, go directly to funded. Now, ETF has been very awesome to give us 4 of these to give away to you guys. For the big ones, actually. So they're $700 accounts, and I'm about to give you guys 4 of these. I give away 4 of these every Friday, actually. So, you know, they give away, you know, 11 grand worth of accounts to the community to donate, so you guys can check it out. I would say that of all the things they have, the website is really neat to describe like the difference between all of them. They have all the plans put together side by side. If you go to like plans, or let me guess, I can go home really quick. When you go home, you can actually compare the plans details side by side to kind of compare like what's the consistency, what's the scaling rule, activation fee. All of that stuff is here side by side, so you can kind of put them, kind of see which one's which. It's a really neat looking design. You can see what the eval side looks like and the funded side looks like, and all the rules are there. Now, the direct to funded is a really cool plan because you skip the eval, gets rid of the psychology of having an eval, meaning that you're funded from day one. I trade straight to fundeds with Tradeify, and the only reason I don't trade direct to funded here because I'm live with those guys, so I'm already in the live program. I've already made it to the end, got all the payouts, and now I'm live. So we're giving away 50K DTF accounts. Basically, you trade for 15 active trading days, and then you get your payouts. That's it. And there's really not much else to it apart from the, you know, ATD. You have to trade a certain minimum so that it counts as a day, and then it's pretty straightforward from there. You get payouts on a cycle, and then you get paid out. No eval, so from day one you're already live, which is pretty cool, or sorry, already funded, and you just got to make it to the end of the challenge there. Somebody said straight to funding can be life changing. Good luck to everyone. Yep, it can. So 4 of you will win one of those accounts right now. Like I said, ETF was the first prop firm I ever worked with. I actually won their big trading competition. They had the first one they ever had. There's a couple thousand people, I think, that entered that thing. I got first place. It was a month-long contest, and it was the first prop firm I went live with. I'll tell you, for my history, payouts, stellar. Never had a problem. Nobody ever argues or complains that they don't pay out. So personal experience, I've gotten payouts every time. No problem. Live account, daily payouts. I can get a payout whenever I want. Okay. All right. We are going to spin the wheel, and in an hour, don't forget, I'm going to be live with big old Steve-O on My Funded TV. So don't miss on that, guys. It's gonna be a really fun event. Steve Kalajian, a legend himself. I got 2 agendas in this meeting. Number 1, I need to convince him that I'm not a liberal with a nose ring. Number 2, I need to wear a Make America Great shirt again or something. I need to go find something red to wear. And then number 2 is I'm gonna just talk to him, get to know the guy. I really have never talked to him before. We've not scripted anything. I've not even planned anything. I'm just gonna go in there naturally and I got a bunch of questions I want to ask him, and then chat with the legend himself. So I'm pretty excited. So y'all stay tuned for that. We'll be going with that. All right, so now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the giveaway. Like I said, ETF, I met with them yesterday. They're going to even come out with cooler stuff over the next couple weeks to months. They're rapidly building. Every time they put out a release, they take your feedback, they make it better, take your feedback, make it better. They're growing very steadily inside of our community, and people are very much happy with their experience there. Some of the rules they're going to modify to make them even better, when other prop firms usually are taking things away. So the things I know they're coming down the pipeline, I can't tell you, but I'm going to tease you. It's very possible that their consistency rule goes away in lieu of something better. Something different, which I know you guys, the ATD rule is a hard rule to understand. It's very possible they're contemplating changing it. So keep your ears open when they make announcements. Something cool is coming down the way. All right, let's get ready for the giveaway. Time to spin the wheel, everybody. All ready for this? Are you ready for this?
Well, the charts went silent in the midday sun. Matt kicked open the saloon yelling free stuff, son. He's got prop firm bounties in a burlap sack and a boot camp lasso slung across his back. Yippee-ki-yay!
4 of you guys will be funded traders immediately if your name is popped up on the screen. 50K direct to funded accounts. $700 account, I'm giving you 4 of them.
He's wrangling funded accounts instead.
Like I said, I've been trading with them since my first experience with props, almost a year that I've been with props.
Folks say he can
Now, you have to have an account with ETF. We're going to validate that you're really you.
catching market moves like he's riding the rail. He don't ride horses, nah, just a rolling off his chair.
So we'll give you all the ways to claim your prize. Chalice.
In the desert air. Yippee-ki-yay, it's a giveaway bonanza. Rocket scooter match stirring up a stanza. With a cowboy hat too small
All right.
for his head.
Winner number 2.
He's wrangling funded accounts instead.
Bow, 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 bow.
Yeah, the market's wild like a buffalo stampede. But Matt's got giveaways.
I know, like, it looks like I'm short because I'm like, the camera's zoomed in a way. I wonder if I should like start doing my camera like this. Is that better? I do this so you guys can see more of the cool stuff in the room, but you can see the skull at the top.
It's a giveaway, but now
Oh, it makes me look small in the frame.
click that rocket scooter bell.
Hashtag.
Your cash brow.
Hold on.
With every spin of his smallish hat, he's launching prizes like a Gatling rat-tat-tat. Yippee-ki-yay,
I should just sit closer to the camera, to be honest. It's because I'm always like sitting back and I'm just like slouching right here. If I angle it any lower, you'll be staring at my nuts the whole time. Need the cowboy hat too? I probably should do that. I'll do it on Giveaway Bonanza. It's me, FX. What's my P&L for the week across all these accounts? Like 100K. It's been like 20K days every day this week. Well, one of them was 12, I think. It's been one of those weeks where things have been good. RFX, last winner. Got time something in. Hey guys, don't forget, click that link. I posted it in the Discord. I also posted here. The competition's over. Don't type ETF anymore. Oh, I didn't see somebody type in. He don't want it. All right, you going forfeit. Is there a way to combat all the multiple account entries? Yeah, there is, Farina. Because what we do is we check their IP when they register for these accounts. And if the prop firm recognizes like somebody starts a brand new account or doesn't pass the KYC or something, we actually get them banned from prop trading. And if one of our prop partners bans them, we actually inform all the other ones. So if you do try to multiple entry and cheat our system and you win a second time, we will catch you. And you will be banned from prop trading for the entirety of your life across the 6 partners we have. So that's for damn sure. So we actually do that. All right, John C, last winner. Congrats to the 4 of you guys. Y'all know the drill. You have 1 hour to go to my Discord. You have 1 hour to message our admin Slacks in the contest channel. You need to provide a screenshot of your YouTube ID from inside of your account. To prove that it's really you. You need to open up an account with ETFs. So go to elitetraderfunding.com, start your account over there, and then we'll give you the instructions on how to claim your prize. Congrats to the 4 winners. We do giveaways every day, every morning, every afternoon. And on My Fun and TV in a little bit, you guys join in with me and Stephen Kalajian, and we'll also be doing a nice little giveaway there as well. Congrats, you four. The date for the winners is off from Botrix. Botrix thinks it's a different day. The 25th? Oh, that's weird. Maybe I just refreshed the... Oh no, it's not off. It just has the non-American format for date. It has day, month, year. Yeah. All right, guys, do me a favor. The announcements. Oh, shoot. I put the wrong freaking link. Oops. What the hell? Where'd the form go? Ugh. Krusty the Clown. Sigh. Where the hell is this? Okay. Okay. Sorry. Copy link. That's so weird. Okay. This form is pretty cool. It's working very well. All right, so go vote on the songs, which one you like. This is the rescue round. Volk's part also donated 4 boot camps. Very cool. Okay, let's do that. If you guys are taking the Rock Cedar boot camp, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. I gotta get that 1200 account up. That one's consistency locked though. I'm trying to go for Tradeify. I'm going for my final 12K of payouts. That's it. So I can't make any more. I'm locked on consistency. Each one of these are at different consistencies. So now that I have maxed out, or now that I have set the max profit settings, each one of these accounts have hit max profit, by the way. So I can't trade anymore. I'm done. It's a good feeling, right? You think people can enter the form multiple times? Look, if you guys are cheating a songwriting contest, God help you at this point. I don't have time to police this shit. I gotta trade. Don't be cheating. I'm gonna look at the responders. Double check. I don't think you can. I'm gonna double check and see if the actual responses are. I have so many things open right now. That. it's up to you guys to get the votes in. I don't have time to go ask. So y'all, if it's your song there and you want people to vote, tell your friends, tell your families, go get people to vote. So y'all make it happen. Retweet it, post it. Settings. Okay, I made it to where you have to log in with an email address, but that's just gonna, people can log in with multiple accounts. Like I said, if you guys are gonna, you know, cheat to vote your own songs up, then you know what? Look, this is, let's be clever. If you think people are gonna cheat, then you go cheat, and then whoever cheats the hardest wins. I don't know, like how do I do this, right? Thank you, Mott's, for removing that. I don't think people can cheat, but give me $1, I'll vote for your song, LOL. I guess everybody can equally cheat. I don't think these folks are going to do that, though. But if you voted for your song 5 or 6 times as a 5-star, you know, that's on you. How many times did LP work today? Like 5 or 6 times, man. It was like LP was paying out all day today, man. This is great. That's why today was such a lovely day, at least for me, because it was just like at the start of the day, LP, my bull zone, bear zone, bull zone, LP, second time, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. It was just bull zone bottom. S&P looked pretty solid. Support here, resistance there. Weekly res is less than 0. So as you see, it's not breaking through the blue line because it says it's resistance. Dude, it's like our stuff is coming together very nicely, especially with the new updates, man. It makes me so happy to see this. It's easier to read, you know? No, there's no such thing as cheating, like in the contest. Look, American Idol, and they're like, call in and get your votes in now, and you get all your friends to vote, and you vote 3 or 4 times, whatever. With hundreds of people voting, and this is for the 14th seed, so this is the end of the losers bracket. You're not really, you know, you might change your fate to get back to the finals, but you did make it to the losers bracket, so it's not like you're robbing somebody of their prize if you go in there and cheat. You're just on your own conscience cheating to get back in the competition. That's on you. Yes, get as many people to vote as you want. Limit 1 vote per person. So don't be like logging in with like multiple accounts to vote yourself up, but get your friends, get your family, get everybody to vote for you. That's the point of this. Let's make it fun. Get SK to pick the winner. Oh, that'd be so funny. I bet you he'd probably pick Bear Market Blues. He looks like a guy that would like some blues. He looks like a retired rocker, you know what I mean? Like in the 1980s, he probably was in like, probably go see White Snake and like have long hair and be like headbanging in the audience. LP stands for Liquidity Pocket Farina. Yeah. Get your coworkers, get your friends, post it on socials, beg people in chat, go up in the our chat, go in Discord, bother people, text everyone, message in chat and say, hey, vote for me, vote for me. Like, yeah, they go out there and campaign. You've got 2-3 hours to get the votes up. Post it on socials. I'll go post it on socials. I'll tweet it as well. Oops, what the heck? All right, we got 30 minutes until I go over and interview Steve K. This will be fun on My Fun and TV. Can we enter bootcamp giveaway from your own 1 month expires? Yeah. So let's do the bootcamp giveaway, guys. All right. No. Sorry. You can't. You can only enter the bootcamp if you haven't done it first yet. Sub today was ticked until I refreshed it. Now it's ticked now. So when I refreshed it, it wasn't ticked. Okay. So we're gonna give away 4 boot camps if your name is drawn. Peter K. Type something in chat, bud. Bootcamp is unstoppable. He's unstoppable. Ooh. Unstoppable. How do you get your QQ levels on NASDAQ? You just need a NASDAQ data feed and you need to add the liquidity map indicator to your chart and it should show up automatically. The bootcamp is a 20-day process. We start in 2 Mondays. It's every day at market close. Matt Evans, congrats, bud. No, you don't need to vote. You don't need to vote again. It should count your votes. The responses are still there. And it seems to be pretty fair. Like nobody's going in there and like 1-star voting all the competitors and stuff. I mean, there's a little bit of 1-star voting, but I don't think it seems to be over the top. Like, it doesn't look like the results look pretty distributed on how I would see the songs playing out. So the voting looks legit. Because it kind of like looks like the ones I think would have been voted high or voted low against each other. So Matt Evans sounds like a real account. Yeah. So Callie B, the 4 of you that have won the boot camp, you need to go to my Discord. You're going to go to the contest channel, look up an admin. His name is Slacks. Tell him that you won the boot camp today. In 2 Mondays, we start. It's every day at market close. It's a 20-day boot camp. You get your first month for free. So it's normally $20 for the month. And it's $1 a class, basically. So it's the most substantial day trading workshop you'll ever do. And it's 20 bucks. That's it for the whole thing. And it's all day. It's every day for about an hour to hour and a half at market close. And we grill you and train you on the practice and principles of day trading, the style that I trade in, which is trend identification and volume prediction, risk and position management strategies, and market avoidance strategies. As people are saying, the boot camp is legit. You need to try it. We have trained so many day traders in futures trading as well as prop trading. Currently, right now, we're going through a prop firm masterclass, which the ways to beat the system in the prop firm. About to go live in my third prop firm live. You know, you make live is like the final stepping point. And I'm going to teach you guys like the strats I use to go live. And that's it. It's worth 300 bucks. It's only 20 bucks. So Peter, Callie B, Matt Evans, and Trader Pereira, congrats, the 4 of y'all. Yeah, so wait for the next session. If you want one for free, Ivan, wait until 2 Mondays to kick it up. Right now, currently, we're doing a trader funding masterclass that we do at the end of the last boot camp. So this is the end of the last one. So in two Mondays, we start up. What are the pros and cons of going live on prop? The pros are it's better than funded on prop because you get paid futures. I'm sorry. You get paid 1099 in a sim account, but a live account is real futures trading. So you're actually 1256 taxed like it's income in a prop account and sim funded. It's taxed like it's trading in a live account. The taxes are a lot less. The second thing in a live account is that you are usually trading with fewer rules than the sim funded account. The sim funded account will have like consistency rules and stuff like that. That usually all goes away at live. Live usually only has a max drawdown, a contract limit, and a daily loss limit, which I think sucks for live. I hate when they give me daily loss limits in live. I think that's so stupid, but that's how they all are. They want you to trade moderately in that live account so you don't just jump in and YOLO on day one. So other than that, that's the downside of the live account compared to your own real account, is there's still somewhat of a rule there. And they also take a profit split depending on who you trade with. Some of them take 10%, some of them take 50%. It just depends. Does the QQQ ratio to NQ change every day? Is it going to be affected by factors of dividend, stock, change index? As I'm assuming BTC Steven. QQQ ratio. Which one are you talking about by QQQ ratio? Are you talking about the ratio here? I'm not, what are you mentioning? You don't mind kind of. Yeah, and in live, you have less accounts to hedge and rotate. Right, in live, you get one account. You don't get to hedge or rotate or anything. So the one that I'm pointing at here, what this basically is, it's S&P, not NASDAQ. And what it is, it's an overall sort of market indicator. What it's looking at is our stocks in what we call a bull zone or a bear zone. It's the market cap in bull zone divided by bull market cap divided by bull market cap plus bear market cap. So we can go through every one of the 500 companies. We look at all the tickers, and we include like the double tickers like Goog and Google. So it's 505 tickers. If we look at whatever, if it's in a bull zone, it goes into that category. If it's in a bear zone, it goes into that category. And then if it's in neither, it's not counted. So we look at the ratio between stocks that are bullish divided by the stocks that are either bullish or bearish to see which way the market is tilting, ignoring a balanced market. So we're trying to see for any kind of movement or illiquidity, and that's what it's looking for. It updates in real time just based on where price is relative to these zones. So it's not looking at anything fundamental like dividends or splits or anything like that. It's looking exactly at where the price is relative to its own options. And that's what that's looking for. So the options should be pricing in all of that stuff, as the value of options are going to be pricing in dividends and all that other stuff. The options relative to the underlying price, the Greeks keep all that in order, right? So it's all built into the options amount, but this is just looking at the raw, whereas the stock market cap fluctuating between the two zones. And so an example is I go through NVIDIA right now. NVIDIA is going to be in the middle, so NVIDIA is not being counted. Apple is in a bull zone. Apple's in the numerator. Meta's in a bull zone. No, a bear zone, so Meta's only in the denominator. That's it. The reason you started getting into gamma exposure, very cool. The difference between us and typical gamma exposure models is that typical gamma exposure models are looking at sort of a heat map of the open interest, kind of multiplied by a certain array of Greeks. And it looks at every option, like every option has a meaning. What ours does differently is we pluck out certain options that have meaning, options that we're certain will be hedged against. Therefore, we don't look at every option. Out of the money, YOLO calls, get discarded. We don't, but gamma exposure will consider every option. We don't think that's correct because that option is not going to get hedged against. So we use our gamma exposure model to forecast high volume pivots, because if it's going to be hedged against, then it's going to provide volume somewhere. So this is like the guaranteed volume of Wall Street. And therefore, whenever you touch these levels, there's a high volume pivot that appears there. And that's where the filtration process makes our gamma exposure model superior to others, because we don't use all the options. As a matter of fact, we throw most of the options out. The worthless expiring options aren't considered for our model. Ones that aren't hedged against aren't considered for our model. So it's a little different. Yeah. So did I teach how to find the right levels? The algorithm does it for you. It's extremely complex. The tool set. Like even if I ever were to reveal the sauce of how we filter out the options and how we calculate hedge pressure, you guys still wouldn't be able to recreate it. It takes an insane amount of computational power. Reading options data on every option being traded in real time. It requires an army of server machines. It's not possible to do this calculation without the overwhelming amount of architecture that we built to do so. Yeah. So how do you go about adding it? It's in the platform. You go here and then you just add liquidity map. So basically all of our indicators are actually fed to the platform from a server. The server is crunching the numbers in real time. So everything, including resilience, DD, all these numbers are actually streamed to the platform. Your platform is just catching the data and displaying it. So the platform can't even calculate it. You couldn't even calculate it with the spreadsheet. It's so computationally intensive. We have dedicated machines to collect the data, dedicated machines to filter the data, dedicated machines to run the calculations, and then dedicated machines to organize and transmit the data to the server that you guys ping. So it's very complicated. The sheer amount of mountains and mountains of data that it goes through in real time is just insane. And so we don't use JEX. We've actually ours is called hedge pressure, and it's what JEX wishes it could be: a single pivot, a single high volume pivot of actionability. As you see, hedge pressure right here is a support pivot, and that is the support pivot that we're seeing. Here's an example on this particular spot. You see how there's a pivot? It's a high volume pivot. So our exposure levels are called hedge pressure. So think gamma exposure of only market makers. That's what hedge pressure is. So we try to filter out where only market maker options are, and then it's the maximum gamma exposure of that. Vanna and Charm and other high-end delta hedging corrective Greeks are inherently built in to our own version of options pricing, which Black-Scholes is the basic underlying equation for pricing options. Vanna and Charm are partial differentials of the same equation. We use the master equation. So Charm and Vanna and other higher level delta hedging adjustments are inherently built in? So the answer is yes. It's just a lot of people that are diving down this path of trying to explore and have techniques and software around gamma exposure and delta hedging are just basically like throwing graphs with like, here's the Vanna and here's the charm. And those things don't provide actionable, useful information. It's all built into hedge pressure and monthly hedge pressure. The value is adjusted to account for the time effect and the volatility effect on delta. So the answer is yes. People that use Vanna and so all Vanna and Charm actually do are adjust your delta hedging. So an example is if the market moves, if price from here goes from here to there, okay, your delta will change by a certain amount. Let's just say the delta, you were at the money, now you're out of the money. Delta goes from 0.5 to Black-Scholes would imply that it would go to 0.4, or the delta equation would imply that it would go to 0.4. But if you also utilize the partial that looks at Vanna, for instance, a sudden dive may make the IV or the volatility go up a little bit. And then you would adjust your delta hedging to say, well, if I include Vanna, instead of 4, it might go to 0.32. Okay. It just means that you'd have, you know, the main difference of hedging is going to be delta. 0.5 to 0.4 is you're going to go from 50 to 40 shares. You're going to dump 10 shares. But Vanna might adjust it by 0.8 shares. So instead of going to 10, you're going to 10.8, right? It's not even an extra share. So Vanna and Charm and some of these other things that people are, you know, talking about like it's the next holy grail of trading. You're talking 10 to 20% adjustment at the worst case scenario of adjusting a delta hedging strategy. And so it's noticeable, but it's not the mechanism. A lot of people are selling the idea that Vanna and Charm is going to give you some additional insight. It's just going to accompany, or it's going to account for volatility and time dependency of delta, how time affects delta. And so when you're forecasting, like what's the options value when it expires, you would use Charm, Vanna, and other things to assume, or not the value, of trying to assume like how much hedging is going to be done between now and any point in time. You would have to calculate those additional to really get accurate on how many shares will that option seller actually buy between now and that point in time. And so it's usually an adjustment. There's a graph that I've seen, I think it's on spot gammas that kind of, let me see, hold on. People like spot gamma try to sell you the idea that it's like a huge deal. It's really not. I think they had a thing on it. It's important, but it's no more important than delta by any means. Here it is. Yeah, that's it. I see this float around. This is all the answer you need. Delta versus implied volatility. There's options Vanna, right? So Vanna exposure. A normal, like say a normal delta change, here's the strike price, right? And there's your delta between -1 and 1. So here's how your delta changes going through a strike. Apparently at the money is here where delta's 50, right? Actually, sorry. Here's a call. So on the call side, your delta's 50 here. So here's the money. This is your strike price here, 60. If price is just passing through 60, so this going down means you're going up and the option's going in the money. This one going down like this with a 40% volatility shows you how delta is going to change as price goes linearly through the money. If the volatility is 20%, you can see that it has a different shape. So in only some areas is it even that big of a deal. You can see at the higher end, out of the money, and towards the end, like very in the money, it's very little. So your delta change, if you're calculating it, is actually this is probably a difference of 10. This maximum might be a maximum of basically 20. So the maximum deviation, not including Vanna, would be roughly 0.20%. So the whole like Vanna is the next big thing is roughly a maximum a 20% adjustment just in a small area of the chart. just there and there. Everything else, if you completely ignore Vanna, you're close enough in your estimate. And so when people are like Vanna and Charm is the next big thing, you can see that it is only a slight adjustment to a delta hedging model of a 20% volatility dependence. This is the small change you'd get in the overall shape of the curve. At the money, it doesn't matter at all, as you see. At the money, volatility does not change your delta, because delta's 50 at the money regardless. All it does is it changes the shape of the curve. The higher the IV, the curve does this. At infinites, at zero volatility, at zero, it basically would look like this, which doesn't happen. So your curve will get like a little bit more curved. Inputs is the same thing, just in reverse. So while it is good, it's already inherently built into our model. Holy shit. Hello, guys. Look at that. It's already inherently built into our model because our model isn't just looking at Greeks. It's actually looking at options value. There's a little hint for you. And so we use the master equation. We don't pluck out the partials. We use the entire equation itself. That's why it's as complicated as it is. But yeah, you're correct. So in general, gamma exposure is the rate of, so the example is if I want to calculate what the delta change is, what that actually means in layman's terms is the amount of shares being bought per movement of the S&P. If S&P was going to go from here to there and pass through this option from point A to point B, I can assume every call seller of this call will need to acquire X amount of shares to balance out that delta change. If I can say delta's probably going to go up 0.4, I can just say if we move up for 0.1, the price goes up 10 points, delta might go up 0.1. Okay, well, how do you calculate that? Well, I'm going to use Black-Scholes and all these other Greeks to calculate how much delta to change. If I adjust for Vanna, it might go up 0.15 based on what the volatility is. So then I can say, aha, they're going to buy 15 shares of stock times 1,000 options. So now that's going to be 15,000 shares rather than, 10,000 shares if I didn't adjust for it. So what it means is there's a little extra volume that you can assume people are going to adjust for if they have sophisticated hedging models. Somebody that's hedging in real time may buy at a slightly faster pace than delta would imply because they're adjusting for that volatility. So while a traditional model without it might say they're going to buy 10 shares for every X number of points moved, a Vanna adjusted model might say actually 12 shares. And the further away from the money you get, it's going to be bigger and bigger. At the money, it's not going to change. So the idea is you're calculating about how much volume you would assume. And in reality, what's that even useful for, right? What we're trying to do here is find actionable pivots using similar understanding. And the actionable pivot is right there, that I know that there's going to be the highest amount of volume here adjusted for everything. And as you see through hedge pressure, there's a volume spike, right? Volume's in decline. But as you pass through it, the volume picks up because the gamma is maximized here for dealer options. And the dealer option is stronger than everything because we're isolating only the options that we think are going to get hedged against. So because it's dealer options, it's guaranteed high volume. Bear zone top, bull zone bottom, guaranteed high volume. Bull zone bottom, guaranteed high volume. So these are finding volume pivots, which actually convert it to something actionable. Everything else you look at gamma exposure is going to be some kind of like wonky little thing at the bottom of your chart. Have fun using that to decide if you're going to buy or sell. I've always found traditional gamma exposure to be weak because not every option is hedged against. We have a sophisticated way of isolating options that are hedged against. It's very complex, and it's sort of my little genius brainchild of years of research and understanding how the math works, pricing options to begin with. Anyways, I got to go to my funded TV. I'll tell you more later in the afternoon, bud. But the idea is gamma exposure is the most logical way to predict volume in the market. That's exactly what it's supposed to do. If you're doing it right, you can predict volume, which means your entry efficiency is fantastic if you know where volume will be before you get there, which is what we try to do. All right, we'll see you guys later. I got to go. Check me out, My Funded TV. I'll be interviewing Stephen Kalajian. This is going to be dope.
Right? Yeah, Stephen is good.
Everybody go to this link. All right, I'll drop the link, you lazy bumps. Oh my gosh, hold on. My YouTube froze.